Have you walked into a grocery store lately and noticed some of your favorite foods missing from the shelves or shockingly overpriced? It feels like a mystery, but there's a deeper story behind it. Some foods, especially those packed with nutrition or boasting rare, unique qualities, are becoming harder to find, and it's not by accident. The truth is, a mix of government regulations, market manipulation, and big industry decisions are quietly reshaping what we eat. But why are these particular foods being targeted? What lands them on the so-called blacklist, and who's really pulling the strings? Stick around as we uncover the fascinating and sometimes surprising reasons behind these disappearing foods, and shed light on the shifting dynamics that determine what ends up, or doesn't, on our plates. 10. Raw nuts. Did you know raw nuts are on the government's radar? That's right, these nutrient-packed powerhouses, while celebrated for their health benefits, face numerous restrictions in many regions. Why? It all comes down to their delicate nature and strict safety concerns. Raw nuts, unlike their roasted or salted counterparts, retain their natural oils, enzymes, and a full spectrum of nutrients. They are loaded with healthy fats, protein, and essential minerals like magnesium, selenium, zinc, and iron, making them a superb choice for boosting immunity, energy, and overall wellness. Omega-3 fatty acids in raw nuts like almonds and walnuts, for instance, are incredibly beneficial but prone to degradation when exposed to heat. By consuming them raw, you preserve these delicate compounds at their highest potency. The real magic of raw nuts lies in their enzymes. These naturally occurring enzymes, such as lipase, help the body break down and metabolize fats efficiently. However, those enzymes are highly sensitive to heat and are often destroyed during roasting or cooking processes, making raw nuts nutritionally superior in this regard. Additionally, raw almonds even contain amygdalin, a compound that some experts suggest could support the immune system in moderation. So why the caution? The primary issue is safety. Raw nuts, being in their natural state, are more susceptible to bacterial contamination like salmonella, which can pose serious health risks. This has led to stricter sanitation regulations, making it more challenging and expensive for producers to sell them. As a result, you may notice that raw nuts come with a higher price tag, and they are often harder to find in regular grocery stores. To combat these risks, manufacturers utilize advanced packaging techniques, such as vacuum sealing and cold storage, to extend their shelf life and keep them from going rancid due to their high oil content. Despite these challenges, raw nuts remain a nutritional treasure. The next time you're snacking, think about what it takes to keep those nutrient-rich nuts safe and why they're a hot topic for health-conscious and regulatory agencies alike. Number 9. Grass-fed beef. Grass-fed beef has become a divisive topic on many fronts, and it's no surprise it made our list. It comes from cattle raised on a diet consisting entirely of grass and forage, which dramatically influences not only its nutritional profile but also its environmental impact. The result? A product that's often touted as healthier, more sustainable, but also controversial. One of the standout features of grass-fed beef is its nutritional edge over conventionally grain-fed beef. It has significantly higher levels of heart-friendly omega-3 fatty acids, which are known for reducing inflammation and supporting overall cardiovascular health. Add to that the presence of conjugated linoleic acid, CLA, a unique type of fat thought to have cancer-fighting potential and immunity-boosting capabilities, and you have a compelling nutrient density. The vitamin content isn't to be overlooked either. Grass-fed beef is packed with higher amounts of fat-soluble vitamins like A and E, which are critical for your immune function, skin health, and vision. Minerals tell a similar story. Thanks to the animal's natural diet filled with nutrient-dense forages, grass-fed beef is richer in essential minerals like iron, zinc, and selenium. But what really sets grass-fed beef apart is its antioxidant layer. Compounds like glutathione, known for combating oxidative stress and supporting cell health, bring additional perks to this premium meat option. But grass-fed beef isn't just about personal health, it's also tied to the health of the planet. Practices such as rotational grazing, which is an integral part of grass-fed cattle farming, help rejuvenate soil, increase carbon sequestration, and support biodiversity. Richer, healthier soil in turn prevents erosion and enhances overall ecosystem health. However, these eco-benefits add to the costs. Cattle raised on grass grow at a slower pace, requiring more land, time, and labor than those fed on grains. Consequently, these factors drive up the price, making grass-fed beef a luxury item for many. And here's something you might not know. Labels can be tricky. Not all beef labeled grass-fed is genuinely 100% grass-fed. Sometimes, the cattle are fed grains closer to slaughter, which diminishes the advantages you expect from grass-fed beef. This raises the importance of seeking verified, trustworthy labels to ensure you're getting what you're paying for. While it has undeniable benefits, grass-fed beef's premium cost and labeling controversies keep it as one of the most debated items on this government blacklist. Number 8. Heirloom Vegetables. Did you know that heirloom vegetables have been a controversial yet fascinating topic when it comes to food policies and sustainability? These veggies aren't just your ordinary produce. They're open-pollinated plants, meaning they rely on natural pollinators like insects, birds, and even the wind to pass on their genes. Without human interference, because of this, they possess incredible genetic diversity that's practically impossible to find in commercial hybrids. Over generations, farmers and gardeners have preserved heirloom varieties not for mass-market uniformity, but for their bold flavors, vibrant colors, and adaptability to specific regions. Take, for instance, the juicy, sweet, yet tangy Brandywine tomato, or the eye-pecking purple carrots. They're packed with character. Unlike modern hybrids that prioritize long shelf life, size, or perfect looks, heirloom vegetables are bred for taste, natural resilience, and adaptability. That makes them not just tastier, but more sustainable too. Their genetic diversity allows them to withstand certain pests and diseases more effectively, reducing the need for harmful pesticides. This resilience also ensures a healthier ecosystem, supporting pollinators and other wildlife that thrive in biodiverse environments. But here's where things get tricky. The delicate process of saving heirloom seeds is no small feat. Farmers must carefully harvest, dry, and store each crop's seeds to maintain their purity and stability for future planting. It's a labor-intensive practice that requires dedication, which is one reason heirlooms are harder to find in supermarkets. Beyond sustainability, heirloom vegetables shine when it comes to nutrition. Studies reveal they often pack a serious punch in vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. Tomatoes and peppers are prime examples. Many heirloom varieties have higher levels of vitamin C and beta-carotene than their hybrid counterparts. With their intense flavors, powerful nutrients, and eco-friendly benefits, it's no surprise heirloom vegetables are on the radar as a target for debates about agricultural standards and food security. Could these gems of the past also be the key to healthier, more sustainable diets? Stay tuned for the next item on the list. 7. Sourdough bread. Sourdough bread might sound wholesome and trendy, but it has a surprising backstory that could explain why it's on the government's radar, or at least why it's not always as innocent as it looks. What makes sourdough stand out is its natural fermentation process, which relies on wild yeast and lactic acid bacteria instead of commercial yeast. True sourdough undergoes a time-intensive process that breaks down gluten and starches, making it easier to digest and ideal for people with mild gluten sensitivities. Plus, its lower glycemic index means it causes less of a blood sugar spike compared to standard white bread. Sounds great, right? Well, there's a catch. That authentic, tangy flavor that sourdough enthusiasts rave about, it comes from organic acids like lactic acid and acetic acid, which serve as natural preservatives, making the bread last longer without artificial chemicals. But here's the problem. Not all sourdough is created equal. Many store-bought versions aren't true sourdough at all. Instead, they're made using shortcuts, such as adding artificial flavors or acids to mimic that signature taste, skipping the long fermentation process entirely. This means you may not be getting the health benefits like improved mineral absorption or the gut-boosting prebiotics that genuine sourdough provides. To produce authentic sourdough bread, bakers nurture a living starter, a mix of flour and water that captures wild yeast and bacteria. This starter can take weeks to develop and requires ongoing care, making it a rarity in mass-produced settings. Unfortunately, this commitment to craftsmanship isn't common among large commercial brands, many of whom prioritize profit over authenticity. Consumers often get fooled by cleverly marketed sourdough alternatives that strip away the very qualities that make this bread so special. For those who manage to find the real deal, sourdough offers powerful health perks, from supporting gut health to even possibly boosting immunity thanks to beneficial bacteria like lactobacillus. But with so many fake options flooding store shelves, sourdough has become a controversial food on the government's blacklist. Flagged, not because the bread itself is bad, but because misleading industrial practices might be fooling you into eating something far from the traditional, healthful version. Buying from trustworthy artisanal bakers is your best bet to reap its true benefits. Number 6. Black beans. Did you know that black beans have made it to the government's so-called blacklist? These small, unassuming legumes might not seem controversial, but they've sparked debate despite their incredible nutritional value. Packed with benefits, black beans are loaded with fiber, plant-based protein, and healthy carbohydrates that keep you energized and support digestion. When paired with grains like rice, they form a complete protein, providing all the essential amino acids your body needs. That's why they're considered a staple in many plant-based diets. Black beans are also a fantastic source of resistant starch, a unique carbohydrate that feeds the friendly bacteria in your gut, improving digestion and overall gut health. Plus, they're abundant in folate, which is vital for cell growth and especially crucial for expecting mothers. Don't forget about their impressive levels of magnesium, helping to boost muscle function and energy production, or their potassium, which works to balance sodium levels, keeping your blood pressure in check. These nutrients make black beans hard to ignore in the conversation about superfoods. But there's more. Black beans are rich in antioxidants, particularly anthocyanins, the compounds responsible for their distinctive dark color. These antioxidants help fight inflammation and reduce the risk of chronic conditions, such as heart disease and certain cancers. However, there's always a catch. Black beans, like other legumes, contain phytic acid, an anti-nutrient that can block your body from absorbing some minerals. The good news? A simple soak and proper cooking process can minimize these effects, making these legumes not only safe, but incredibly healthy to eat. Whether they're on a blacklist or a grocery list, there's no denying that black beans are a nutrient-packed, versatile food worth adding to your diet, controversy and all. 5. Pasture-raised eggs. Coming in at number 5 are pasture-raised eggs, a food praised for its high nutrient density but often misunderstood in today's market. These eggs come from hens that are raised in open fields, where they roam freely and forage naturally on diets consisting of plants, seeds, and even insects. This varied diet helps produce eggs loaded with essential nutrients like vitamins D, E, and B12, as well as antioxidants such as lutein and zeaxanthin, which are known to support better vision. They're also prized for their higher levels of omega-3 fatty acids, which are crucial for reducing inflammation and promoting heart health. However, despite their many benefits, pasture-raised eggs face several unique challenges that make them both rare and expensive to produce. The free-roaming lifestyle of hens that lay pasture-raised eggs requires significantly more land than conventional egg systems. Each hen is given ample space to roam, unlike the cramped conditions of caged or even cage-free systems. This creates higher costs for land maintenance and introduces challenges in protecting hens from natural predators such as foxes and hawks. Weather is another unpredictable factor. Outdoor exposure means hens face fluctuating climates and environmental stress, which can directly impact the quality and yield of their eggs. For small farms committed to ethical practices and high-quality production, the costs of maintaining these outdoor, pasture-based systems are substantial. Adding to these hurdles is the competitive disadvantage that small-scale farms often face against industrial egg producers. Large-scale operations dominate the market by keeping costs low with confined systems and high-volume outputs. To complicate matters further, misleading labeling in the egg market creates confusion for consumers. Buzzwords like free-range or cage-free may sound appealing but don't actually guarantee that the hens had access to real pastures. For example, free-range often means the hens only have limited outdoor access, and that outdoor area might actually just be a small enclosed space. This murky labeling practice works in favor of large-scale producers, allowing them to market eggs as premium products without adhering to the rigorous standards of true pasture-raised systems. Unfortunately, this leaves consumers with few clear options and keeps genuine pasture-raised eggs at a premium. While they remain a top choice for health-conscious individuals, their higher costs, combined with the effort required to ensure authenticity, make pasture-raised eggs a challenging addition to many shopping carts. 4. Raw milk. Raw milk is one of the most debated foods when it comes to government regulations, and it's not hard to see why it's a topic of controversy. This unpasteurized milk is cherished by health enthusiasts for being rich in natural enzymes, beneficial probiotics, and an array of essential nutrients such as vitamins B12, B2, and fatty acids. Unlike its pasteurized counterpart, raw milk retains live, healthy bacteria like lactobacillus and bifidobacterium, which are known to support gut health and improve digestion. These good bacteria even help in producing lactase, a key enzyme that helps break down lactose, making raw milk an option for some individuals sensitive to lactose intolerance. But the benefits don't stop there. Raw milk also packs a punch when it comes to fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, and K2. These vitamins are crucial for supporting immune function, promoting bone health, and aiding in the absorption of calcium. Even more fascinating is the presence of conjugated linoleic acid, or CLA, a type of essential fatty acid that's been linked to anti-inflammatory properties, better heart health, and potentially even faster metabolism rate. For individuals seeking a more natural, nutrient-packed choice, raw milk certainly appears to check all the boxes. However, this dairy product doesn't come without risks, and that's exactly why it's on the government's radar. Since raw milk is unpasteurized, the lack of heat treatment leaves it more susceptible to harboring harmful bacteria such as Salmonella, E. coli, or Listeria, which can cause severe illnesses if contamination occurs. This is why the production and distribution of raw milk are heavily regulated, often requiring farmers and small dairies to maintain incredibly strict hygiene standards and to conduct regular testing. The goal is to ensure milk safety while preserving its natural composition. Interestingly, many small-scale raw milk producers emphasize local sales and shorter supply chains. This not only reduces the carbon footprint but also allows for better oversight in milk production as opposed to large-scale industrial farming. Despite the risks, proponents of raw milk argue that its nutrient profile and potential health benefits outweigh the concerns when sourced from trustworthy, clean farms. It's no wonder raw milk remains a hot topic in the debate over food regulations and freedom of choice. Could raw milk be a hidden gem in the wellness world? Or is the government's caution a necessary safeguard? The choice and the controversy rages on. 3. Unprocessed honey. Have you heard of unprocessed honey? It's not your average honey found on grocery store shelves. This natural superfood is jam-packed with health benefits, but its raw and unfiltered nature has sparked controversy, landing it on some government blacklists. Why? Let's break it down. Unlike processed honey, which is heated and filtered to create that smooth, shelf-stable product in most stores, unprocessed honey retains all its natural goodness. It's filled with beneficial compounds like bee pollen, propolis, and royal jelly, each contributing something unique. Bee pollen is a nutritional powerhouse, loaded with proteins, vitamins, and minerals that support a healthy immune system and fight inflammation. Propolis, often referred to as the bee glue, is renowned for its antimicrobial and wound-healing properties. And royal jelly? It's a supercharged substance providing amino acids, vitamins, and nutrients that promote radiant skin and overall vitality. What really sets unprocessed honey apart are its high levels of antioxidants like flavonoids and phenolic acids. These compounds help protect your body from oxidative stress, potentially reducing your risk of chronic diseases. Its natural sugars also have a lower glycemic index than refined sugar, making it a possible alternative for blood sugar management. Though moderation is always key, some types, like Manuka honey, even contain powerful antimicrobial agents such as hydrogen peroxide and methyl glyoxal. That's why people often swear by its ability to soothe sore throats and help heal minor wounds. Unprocessed honey isn't just for eating either. It's a favorite in natural skincare, working as a humectant to draw in and retain moisture, leaving skin hydrated and glowing. But here's the catch. Because it's raw, it has a shorter shelf life and crystallizes over time. This crystallization happens due to its unfiltered particles and natural sugars, making it less convenient for some people. Its untouched nature demands high-quality production and careful storage, adding to its cost. However, this same raw quality has brought it under scrutiny. Without pasteurization, concerns about bacteria or contaminants make governments question whether it's suitable for everyone. To keep it safe, it's best stored in cool, dark places to preserve its enzymes and flavors. While unprocessed honey is a nutritional goldmine, the debate around its raw nature continues to create a buzz. Number 2. Seaweed. Seaweed might not sound like the most controversial food, but it's been making waves for all kinds of reasons. This nutrient-packed marine algae comes loaded with essential minerals such as iodine, magnesium, calcium, and iron, alongside vitamins A, C, E, and K. It's no wonder it's often celebrated as a nutritional powerhouse. Its high iodine content helps keep your thyroid and your metabolism running smoothly. Plus, the magnesium in seaweed works wonders for muscle and nerve function. What's even more fascinating? Seaweed is one of the rare plant-based sources of vitamin B12, something that's hard to come by for people on vegetarian or vegan diets. There are plenty of varieties to explore, from nori, ever had sushi, to wakame and kelp. Each type has its own unique benefits. For example, kelp is chock full of alginate, a compound that can bind to heavy metals in your body, helping flush out toxins. Seaweed is also a treasure chest of antioxidants like fluorotannins, which have been studied for their potential to fight inflammation and even combat cancer. Fucoxanthin, found in brown seaweed, has shown promise in boosting metabolic rates and aiding weight loss. something you won't find in many other natural antioxidants. And for the ego-conscious among us, seaweed farming is one of the most sustainable practices out there. It doesn't rely on freshwater, fertilizers, or pesticides, and it draws down massive amounts of carbon dioxide, lending a hand in the fight against climate change. On top of that, it creates critical underwater habitats that support marine life, making it a win-win for the environment. Still, seaweed isn't without its challenges, especially in the Western world. Strict import regulations and high tariffs make it harder to get on supermarket shelves, and consumer awareness of its superfood status isn't quite there yet. On top of that, the dominance of land-based agriculture limits its growth in popularity outside of its stronghold in Asia. Most seaweed is dried to preserve its nutrients, with freeze-dried options often ranking as the best for keeping its health benefits intact. Number 1. Fresh herbs. Fresh herbs, like basil, parsley, cilantro, and thyme, may seem harmless, even virtuous with their fragrant aromas and vibrant greenery. But what if we told you that these seemingly innocent culinary staples are raising eyebrows for a reason? Fresh herbs are often placed under scrutiny due to their perishability, sourcing challenges, and hidden risks when it comes to contamination. First, consider their delicate nature. Fresh herbs are prized not only for their intense flavor but also for their rich concentration of essential oils and phytochemicals. Compounds like eugenol in basil offer anti-inflammatory benefits, while rosamarinic acid in rosemary fights off oxidative damage. But here's the catch. If these herbs are not grown and stored under perfect conditions, their nutritional value can deteriorate rapidly. This requires meticulous handling, with precise temperature and moisture control from the garden to your kitchen. For consumers, such attention to detail often comes at a cost, making fresh herbs an expensive indulgence rather than a daily staple. And then there's the issue of contamination. Because fresh herbs are typically consumed raw, think about those bunches of parsley thrown straight into your salad. They carry the risk of harboring harmful bacteria. Without proper washing, they can become a breeding ground for potential pathogens, which has led some governmental agencies to include herbs on their food safety watch lists. The need for organic pest management in herb farming further complicates matters, as standard synthetic pesticides are ruled out, driving up costs for growers and consumers alike. Despite these concerns, fresh herbs pack a punch when it comes to nutritional value. They're loaded with key vitamins including vitamins C, K, and A, as well as essential minerals like iron and magnesium. For example, a modest portion of parsley delivers a hefty dose of vitamin K, vital for bone health. Cilantro, on the other hand, offers a unique antimicrobial compound called dodecanol, which might boost immune protection. Yet, if you don't store these herbs properly, usually refrigerated with just the right level of moisture, they can wilt and spoil in record time. It's no wonder that fresh herbs make the cut on lists of contentious foods. Their benefits are undeniable, but their challenges, high perishability, potential health risks, and steep pricing, surround these fragrant plants with an air of mystery and controversy.